game. Happy everybody at Birmingham got to see a good game. Didn't go the way we wanted it to. That's a quality team though. I mean, they offensively they're really good, and they were good enough on defense today to turn us over, 21 times. So, you gotta give. I mean, Gonzaga's been one of the best programs in the country for a long time now, so they've got really good players, and I thought our guys battled with them for a lot of the game. We just defensively, some of this is on plan. I mean, it's tough to come up with a good plan. They kind of got good guards. Timmy's good. Timmy was great. We struggled with him. We didn't plan on all the guards getting off. Me and Timmy both all at the same time. So we need to do a better job, probably having different options to guard them. We didn't do a great job with that. And then they shot 74% in the second half, so they shot the ball really well. But, there's some bright spots in the game. Obviously, Brandon played well. I think, we had some young guys playing well. We've got to get everybody back playing better. Thought we played a lot harder than that in the second half at Houston. So Gonzaga's probably they're different than Houston. Obviously, they go inside Timmy a little bit more, and they hurt us that way. But we'll get better. And we play these good games to figure out what we got to get better at. We got plenty of stuff we need to work on. We'll get back, work on it, and got one more test before Christmas, and then start SEC play after Christmas.
Questions for Jaden and Bradley?
Coach, how did not having Amari Burnett maybe limit what you were able to do defensively tonight?
Yeah, he definitely hurt. I mean, he's got length, and all those floaters those guys were making in the lane. He's got a 6'10" wingspan that challenges those a lot better than what we were able to do, with what we had in there. So, Amari did a great job on Sasser. It definitely hurt us not having him, but we're not going to have him for a while, so we got to figure it out without him right now.
Nick?
Yeah, as far as you mentioned the really good offensive team Gonzaga has, but what do you guys need to do to make sure this isn't something that is a reoccurring thing, it's just a one-off? Yeah,
we got to get back to where we're playing harder. And we chart the blue collar points. We had Gonzaga with 11 more than we had. I mean, they're taking charges, getting more loose. They double us up on loose ball plays. They had more deflections than we had. They played harder than we did. So if we want to make sure we don't keep losing, we got to start playing a little harder. Thought against Houston, we played harder than them there, late second half, and I'm sure Houston learned from it. Getting better. I'm not sure what they did today against Virginia, but we got to get better. If we're going to let the other team play harder and get more deflections and stuff, we're going to continue to lose games. If we get back to where we're the harder playing team, we'll get back on a winning streak.
Mason.
Coach, what were you trying to figure out with the rotation between Javon Quinley and Riley Griffin? I saw them kind of exchange with each other a lot during the game.
We're just trying to figure out some guys that could guard and give us a chance to play on offense. Thought Ryland, Ryland's freshman that's eager, hungry to play, doesn't really have any fear when he plays. Javon's veteran that's been in some big games. He's just not himself yet. He's got to get his feel back. You keep putting him in, hoping he kind of can get it back. He's got to get his confidence back. When you're out as long as he did, you didn't practice all summer, all fall, missed all of camp, really couldn't practice till we were already into playing games. So kind of put him in, see if give you a spark. You know what he can do, but we just need a spark. Thought some guys maybe were logging too many minutes. See if one of those guys could give us a spark. I think they both tried hard. Thought Ryland gave us some good minutes there at the end, but nothing in particular. Just trying to get a spark to the team.
Mason. Tony.
Yeah, Nate, just what did you see from Brandon? He had the most points since your first year here, and then Brandon, what were you feeling on the court?
Yeah, I mean, you got to go in there, especially in the second half. I mean, it's a good thing he did, or we'd have been in some real trouble with how good Gonzaga was on offense. Brandon's really talented, as we know. They started trapping him off ball screens. We probably should have done a better job figuring out how to counter that. I mean, Brandon made some shots, and we got to figure out ways to use them when teams guard them different ways, and what we got to do a little bit better to counteract what teams are doing. Cause it's not the last time he's going to have some explosive games like that.
What was the conversation coming out of halftime, Brandon, that allowed you to get in the rhythm there? Really?
What was the question?
I said, coming out of halftime, you kind of got hot in the second half of the game. What was that conversation like to allow you guys get in that rhythm?
It was really just a talk from my teammates. You know, they always keep me going. So I mean, they just encourage me to just go even harder, even when I'm tired, or you know, even when I'm still like going hard. So I think that's the best thing with this team.
Mike.
Just for both players as freshmen in this environment against this sort of team, a player like Timmy, just what did you learn that maybe you can carry over until playing bigger games later in your year?
I mean, Drew Timmy, I mean, he has probably the best footwork in the country. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. So, I mean, he's tough to guard. You know, he gave us trouble early and then gave us trouble at the end of the game. So, I mean, thing with him.
Yeah, I would just say, you know, he's a great player. We just gotta find ways to, you know, slow him down. We're not gonna completely stop him, but, you know, find ways to make him struggle. So.
Right.
Coach, we talked about on Tuesday, just getting everyone's best shot now, number 4 next to your guys' name, and is this kind of a learning lesson for something going down the road? Is this what you wanted, scheduling these teams? What can you learn from a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, what we wanted scheduling these teams is to play best in the country so we can figure out where we line up with them and figure out where we gotta get better. You know, we got plenty of stuff we got exposed on today to where now we know we gotta get better at this, you know. Hopefully we get ourselves, you know, get this ship righted, win a lot of games moving forward, get a good seed in the NCAA tournament. If you play, you know, maybe play Gonzaga later and you've played them once and get a chance to play them again, or you play somebody that, you know, does some similar stuff and can learn and get better. But we've got a lot of young guys playing. I think putting them in some big games like this gives them a lot of experience early. I mean, both these guys are freshmen. They're, you know, we're in the middle of December and you look at how many big games they've already played in their career as freshmen. You know, goes a long way as they start performing more like upperclassmen by the time you get to SEC play.
Katie.
For Nate or the players, could you talk about, you know, from you got to see a good game, but is there any sort of maybe extra frustration and, you know, not being able to come away with the win in front of the biggest outlet you played in front of this year?
I mean, it's definitely frustration, but it's, you know, it's all just a learning process. You know, we're just gonna get better the next day and try to, you know, finish out the year strong on Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely, you know, like being able to play close to home. We wanted to get the win for the fans, but, you know, it was a learning experience for us. Go back to the drawing board, see what we need to do to, you know, get better as a team. So it was good experience for us.
Jaden, did their guard line surprise you at all? They hadn't probably scored like that most of the year. Gonzaga's guard line surprise you?
I mean, we played tough guards all year. You know, people are gonna find ways to score. We just gotta, you know, just find ways to stop them and slow them down. So, you know, everybody's capable of putting a ball in the basket. So.
2 more. Tony.
Yeah, Brandon, what can you take from this performance? And it's kind of, they talked about playing in a big crowd, tournament setting. You guys are going to probably be in situations like this moving forward. What do you take from this? Like I said, it's just a learning process. You know, I try not to get too caught up in the crowd and all the outside stuff. So just stay close to my teammates and, you know, just play off them.
Anyone else?
Coach, can you talk about how important it is to have somebody like Brandon that's able to make those tough shots when you're in kind of a dogfight like this game turned into, and what that brings to the team and how you're able to go forward in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have been in the game at all. Our defense was really struggling, so him being able to go get us some buckets there in the second half at least kept us in the game till see if we get figured out on defense. We never quite got it figured out on defense, but you know, it's nice to have a guy that can go score the basketball at a pretty high clip to keep you in some games when you're struggling in some other areas.
Thank you.
Thank you.